Okay, yeah, concerning the eyeballs, starting to look at this and noticed that there's no UVs on the eyeballs. They should come with a default UV set, so I'm not sure why that's the case. But I might just, and also the eyes aren't that well fitted to the head anyway. You've got this huge gap here. Um, so I might just replace these anyway. Um, so you can see how that, let me turn off the checkers, that's the default UV map for a sphere. And I don't know why, I'm just holding down J to snap that one. Let's move it up. So it's a little tricky because, as I said, that the face hasn't really been that well shaped to the eyeball. You've got this huge gap here, and don't know if there's a really, easy way to resolve that without, getting in there and moving some points. But anyway, so now that I've got a fresh sphere in there with a UV map, I can assign a new material. I'm just going to use Fong E, map a ramp. Um, and let's just isolate this so we can see what's going on here. Um, so, I mean, you can see fundamentally it's working. We'll just have to switch to the other side or rotate it around. So, anyways, fundamentally, then you can go through the remaining steps now that it's fundamentally working. But it wasn't going to work without a UV set. Um, it looks like this isn't really properly UV mapped. It should, if I do Control L, that's more fit to the area there. But yeah, you haven't painted a texture for this at all. It's just a color's been assigned, and that's not the idea. The idea is, you want to paint on eyebrows, paint on lips, put in different, colors of skin textures for different areas. Same here. It's just a solid color. Here again, um, yeah, you might want to lay this out so you're taking advantage of the full area, and I think that actually looks better anyway. But again, with this, it's not really painted on. It's really just uh, it's just you just assign a texture. So the idea is to paint, like actually get in there with a paintbrush and do the different areas and put in seams and details. The When I go into smooth, the reason you get this extra stretching here is because of the difference of the distance between these faces and these very large faces. So to fix that, you need to work on the topology and try to kind of even out so that it's not such a large difference between these smaller faces here and these larger faces there, because otherwise it stretches a lot when you put it into smooth. Um, so yeah, I mean, I can't really say that you've painted any textures on here because you either just assign an existing texture or assign a color, but you haven't actually painted anything. So, and the idea of the assignment was to paint the textures. So, I would say you could, yeah, definitely put some more work on this and get it looking a little better. And I mean, the most noticeable thing being the face because uh, it's just all one solid color, and we look at the face a lot, so it's important that some details there. But you can also get some on the hand. You can put in some fingernails. Again, I don't know why none of these are properly laid out. Control L. Oh, okay. There's some geometry problems on your. Like, what is this big? What's that? You've got some geometry thing there. I would just get rid of that. If I let's just go isolate this and maybe take this whole last row here, delete that off, and oh, wait, what happened there? kind of freaked it out. Anyways, you might need to redo your UVs on the hand. But there's some geometry problems with that.
I think it's 2 imposters. Yeah, it's 2 imposters.
I guess what I would probably try to get away with is let's do just a planar map to get rid of any cuts. Oh, those aren't cuts. Those are more geometry problems. So the next thing I do to try to get rid of those, because if we look,
So your brother's gonna join?
like if I select this edge, there's probably something we can see on the inside. Like there's probably some inner surfaces in here. Well, I can't really see what the issue is. So the two things I would do at this point is do mesh cleanup options, and scroll down to remove geometry and turn on lamina faces, non-manifold geometry, edges with 0 length, and faces with 0 geometry area, and clean that up. And then select all the vertices and do edit mesh, merge with options 0.001, you know, just so the only merges the one. And then UV planar. They're still there. That's really interesting. Should be more obvious what's causing these. Basically, that's showing us there's a geometry problem. But I can't really see what it is. And usually, let me just see what it's, if I do move and sew, if it'll get rid of the, oh, it did. Okay, so maybe there isn't a geometry problem there. I'll just grab all of these and do move and sew, see what it does. It gets rid of those. Okay, so that guy, so maybe there wasn't as much of a geometry problem in the middle of the hand. I don't know why I was putting those cuts in there. But at this point, I would, you know, slice it along there. And then
this task real quick. Can you wait?
You've got some overlapping faces here, but you could try just, I'm just deselecting that.
Wait, is it actually dark blue?
I think you want to go around for this, so you want probably that one for that. And then we just need to kind of hook these up together. Boy, that's a bit of a mess in here, huh? And then I don't know, that's pretty sloppy work, but I'm just trying to, anyway. So cut and then unfold, and that's a total disaster. Amazing. It's totally failing to unfold this.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess then just do it the way it's shown in the module. I was trying to seeing if you could do less work, but I don't think so. So you have to go through and like cut around each finger. Just doing Shift X to cut.
He's a hacker. I can already tell. He has too many words in his name.
Right.
Whoa.
Cut those.
How does he have a long name? Okay,
should be okay now. I don't know, there's something really... Okay, that's looking more normal. Alright, and then you can organize those. So that's more or less how I did it in the module. So yeah, you'll need to clean up that last row where you have the geometry problem properly, unfold those, and then... yeah. And... but these could be laid out better. I mean, you can use the whole area. I I just did Control L
Mm.
just to take advantage of those pixels. So yeah, basically,
I
you know,
love this game.
fix some of
I
those
usually
things
have
and then
Steam.
paint textures. That's the big thing.